Hello guys, so today we're going to be discussing Minecraft 1.19. Since Minecraft 1.17 came out a couple months ago and Minecraft 1.18 is just around the corner, it's a good time to start discussing what could come in 1.19. So today I brought a bunch of ideas of a theme that I would like to see with Minecraft 1.19, as in the two themes that I really wanted came out in the last two, as in the Nether and the Caves update, and I feel like this is the one aspect of Minecraft that hasn't been updated in a while. This is only like a texture pack, so don't expect any extreme modding. I just retextured already used things, and yeah, let's get to it. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch YouTube watch my videos, so hey, if you like it, why don't you share with a friend? And just so you know, before we start today, I'm going to be using hit points and food points. 1 hit point equals 1/2 of a heart, and 1 food point equals 1/2 of a food bar. So first, we're starting off here, as you probably saw in the background of the intro, is the bull. So the bull is around 1.5 times bigger than a normal cow, and has 20 hit points compared to a normal 10. And it would drop 2 to 4 pieces of leather and 3 to 5 pieces of raw beef. The thing about this that changes from a normal cow is that it cannot be milked and will also attack back when hit, which it deals 5 hit points of damage. Here's a quick example here. It doesn't do as much damage now, but if I go into survival, it should attack back, as you can see here. It wouldn't attack this fast, but it would headbutt you more. So going on to the second thing we have is the ram, which I wasn't able to texture it because the sheep was hard. And it has 16 hit points instead of 8. And it would drop 2 pieces of wool instead of 1 and 2 to 4 raw mutton. And it would also attack back when attacked, doing 4 hit points. Now, the third animal that would have a change, by the way, these are all variations, so these have possibilities of spawning along cows and normal sheep and chickens. And we have the rooster, which has 8 hit points compared to 4 and drops 2 to 4 feathers and 2 raw chicken. And it does not attack back like the other two, but will call out or make noises as a normal rooster would do when the sun rises. And what's special about the Minecraft rooster is that it'll do it wherever it is. It doesn't even have to be able to see the sun, so it could be a good way to let underground base know when the sun is rising, and maybe you can go back out. So we have the first new vegetable, new food source, which is the lettuce. So the lettuce block would be kind of looking like this, kind of acts sort of like melons, and that when you break it, it'll drop 3 to 7 lettuce leaves, which you can see up there. It is planted with normal seeds under it, so it doesn't have a stem on the side like melons or pumpkins. And a lettuce leaf would replenish 2 food points. And the second new one we have is the tomato, which would act similarly to the berry, and that it would grow on there and you could punch it to get it. And it would be more skinny than this. This is just sort of an example of it. And it would drop 2 to 3 tomatoes but not break, also similar to the berry, and would replenish 2 food points as well. So we have our new first food crafting, which has a tomato, a lettuce leaf, and a carrot, which would produce a salad and also a bowl on the bottom. And the salad would replenish 8 food points and would be similar to mushroom stew or suspicious stew or beetroot stew, where that it would just leave the bowl after eaten. And here's the thing that helped me come up with this whole entire idea for an update in the first place, was a cooked egg. It just seemed like something that should have always been in the game, but it just makes sense to put an egg in a furnace and you get a cooked egg, and a cooked egg would be similar to a baked potato and replenish 5 food points. And here's probably one of my favorite ones, is that you can take a tomato, a lettuce, a cooked pork chop, and then bread on the bottom, and you will make a sandwich. Now, the special thing about this is that when eaten, it'll only be eaten halfway. So you'll have a sandwich or a half a sandwich. Now, sadly, because of that, it can only have one per inventory slot, but it's still the best food source in the game because it'll replenish 10 food points per half for 20 total. And I'll show a picture on the screen what a half would look like. There we go. Another new mob is the crow. So the crow has 6 health points similar to a parrot and drops 1 to 2 feathers when killed. And they'll fly in groups of 3 to 8, and they will destroy crops that are not protected by anything, and that the crops will leave no drops, so it could be devastating for farms now. And they are neutral, similar to the wolf or the piglins, and when hit will do 1 hit point, which isn't that much, but all crows in a surrounding area will also attack you. And one way to stop crows from absolutely destroying your farm is you take a pumpkin, a hay bale, and fence posts on each side, and you can create a scarecrow, which here's a concept based off of the Iron Villager. It would be more skinny and more tall looking. Probably would look a little bit better than this since these are all just concepts. And it will keep away crows in a 20 by 20 block radius, and will deal 6 damage points to any mob or player that jumps or destroys crop in a 20 by 20 block radius as well. So these would be perfect to put in your mega farms if you want to keep those but don't want to have to cover them. Another food source, or last food for the day, you take an apple, a sugar, and an egg, and you can create apple pie, which apple pie works similarly to pumpkin pie and would restore 8 food points. So this would be one of the newer trees, which would be a new tree, and that would be the redwood tree. It would be by far the thickest tree, and this is a smaller version of the tree but could get even bigger than this. And you'd find these in a new biome called the redwood forest, and they can be made into redwood planks similar to other trees, and can make redwood stairs, redwood fences, and redwood doors, which I'll put up on the screen now as a concept. And you can obviously craft these using redwood planks similar to any other planks. And we have a new structure, which is the abandoned farm, which may use different type of wood. It would be somewhat looking like this, using redwood fences and redwood planks. And they'll have crops outside, could be half destroyed, and there is a possibility of having a scarecrow outside in it, but it is not always guaranteed. And when you go inside, these would normally have redwood doors, as I showed you earlier. And it'll have animals inside, may have some hay bales, and you can head upstairs in it, and there'll be usually be a bed with a chest, hay bales, and also barrels. And in the chest you could find crops, hoes, or seeds. And the last thing that would be added to the game is mud, which would work similar to powdered snow in that you will sink into it, but instead of freezing, you'll take suffocation damage. And a good way to avoid this is by jumping or placing blocks in there, or you can take a bucket and you can pick it up similar to powdered snow as well, and to get a bucket of mud, which I'll put a concept right there. And it'll spawn naturally in a new biome called the mud swamp, and occasionally next to abandoned barns you can find mud, and any pigs in the area are attracted towards it. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and also subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I'm looking for suggestions of what you would like to see in a Minecraft farm and food update. Make sure to comment all your ideas below. Also, again, thanks for watching. Bye.